So this artificial intelligence AI is like taking over. Everyone's talking about it all the time, right? And then Kyle, your husband is in the voice world, right? He's always doing technology, and he's doing, like, you'll hear Kiki's the Jonas Brothers, and that's her husband. Mm-hmm. So how did he get involved with this AI thing?
Okay. Well, we brought it up yesterday because Scarlett Johansson wants to sue ChatGPT because she felt like they cloned her voice and started using it. And I was like, I mean, it is possible for them to do that because my husband did that. So he's been working with this AI company to actually clone his voice. And he found that it was as easy as taking some clips that he had already in his computer of me and popping it into this machine. And now what he can do is he can speak into his computer however he wants with inflection or whatever, and it comes out as my voice. So it goes in as his voice and it comes out as mine.
It's freaking nuts when you hear this. So what we're going to hear is her husband saying it first and then fake Kyle.
So he'll say something like this in the computer.
Good morning, John Jay, Rich, and Peyton. How are you this morning?
And it comes out like this. Good morning, John Jay, Rich, and Peyton. How are you this morning?
Whoa.
So then he likes to have a little fun with it.
And that's 3 things you need to know on John Jay and Rich.
And that's 3 things you need to know on John Jay and Rich. Okay.
Right.
But he takes it one step further because, we're currently arguing over my car. It's had a lot of problems. He wants to get rid of it. I don't want to get rid of it. I like it. I like all the features. So when he sent me these clips, he decided to add in this one. You know what, Ham? You were right. It's time to get rid of my electric car. We've had far too many troubles, and frankly, I don't feel safe driving it. All of those fancy little doodads and the technology that I thought I enjoyed, I just think safety trumps all of those things. So, yes, again, you were right. Go ahead and sell the car. I didn't say that.
What the hell? I mean, we've heard you for years and years and years, and it sounds like your inflection even.
There's a little difference. I can't place it, but there's a little difference.
I told him it sounds more newsy, like if I were an actual news anchor. Yeah, it's not too serious.
You know what's missing? It's like your spirit. There's something missing, and that's
but
it's
it. Close as hell.
Except for whatever, what did he say? Do little things?
Doodads.
Doodads. That is something that you would say. So you could convince me that's Kyle. Yeah, but you're right, John Jay. There's just something a little off.
Your soul.
Yeah.
That's what it is. There's something that you can't, there's something that the heart isn't there in your voice, right?
But it's so close. It's trippy. Like the technology trips me out so much.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy where things are going to go with that and how easily I think people will be fooled. Deep fakes, it's scary. So I can kind of see how Scarlett Johansson would be like, don't do that because you can make me say whatever and people will think that's actually me.
Mm-hmm. Right. Explain Ham again.
Oh, Ham is my nickname for my husband. I don't really know how we got there, but that's what I call him. And sometimes it's like, hey, Ham. But usually if he's far away and in another room, I go like this. I go, hey, Ham. He hears it, though.
So that reminds me of a fun segment we used to do called Drunk Kyle's, where Noah takes audio of Kyle and kind of slows it down and literally makes her sound drunk. And he has the part when Kyle was explaining one time when she called him Ham. And I don't think I've ever heard her sound more wasted than this.
If I can't find Scott, this is how I call for him. I go, hey, Ham. Every once in a while, they'll mimic me doing that.
Man, I'm a sloppy drunk.
That's so funny.
That is just nutso, man. That's nutso. Speaking of relationships, Richard, you say your wife has a special way of speaking to you?
Yeah, I mean, it's like, I know she's had to decode a lot of my speak, but I've really had to decode her speak. Like, so there's people working in the house, and she'll send me a note from across the house, be like, too many people here, I can't. So then she'll follow up with, like, I can't. I'm like, you can't what? That means get them out of here.
Yeah, she can't deal.
Yeah.
But I've realized that seems like that's total. But there's another level of I can't, and that is like I cannot. If you get a like I cannot note from her, that means you better get your butt up there and get rid of the people in the house.
Yeah, that's like for real. She's serious at that point.
You know what's funny about the way you communicate with your wife is Peyton had a run-in with you guys, right?
I'm convinced that you guys don't communicate.
I mean, they text in their own house.
What happened?
You guys, let me just start this off by the fact, Rich and Stacy as a couple are some of my favorite people ever. They're the best people to hang out with, best people to sit down and have dinner with, right? Constant conversation. So Rich and I were talking about how we're going to be in Vegas for Grant's wedding. And we're going to be there the day before. So Rich is like, we should get dinner. I'm like, yeah, that's a good idea. And when Rich is really serious about something, he kind of gets down low when he's telling you about it.
That's so true.
I'm actually down low to begin with.
Yeah. You come up high, then you come low. And he goes, hey, so you know what you should do? You should text Stacy and ask her to make us dinner reservations for when we're in Vegas. And I looked at Rich and I said, yeah, of course I will do that. But then it dawned on me and I'm like, that's your wife. Why am I texting
You
your
should
wife?
text your wife.
Well, yeah, but I figure if you guys do it, it'll happen. If I say something to her, she'll wait until the night of. But if you guys are involved, and plus we were going to go to something that we canceled
That's true.
And she had the keys to that kingdom where I did not.
I don't have a problem texting Stacey. I love texting Stacey. There's always some meme exchanges. It's always fun. But anytime Stacey texts me, it's things that she could also ask you that she just doesn't.
Oh, yeah. She doesn't really communicate.
It's so weird. If Stacey got a text from Peyton going, hey, let's go to dinner in Vegas, can you make reservations at this hotel? She'd be like, what am I, your assistant?
Right.
It's such a weird...
Stacey would make the res, right?
Right, but you asked Peyton to text Stacey to ask her to make a reservation. Or you could be, hey, we're going to go to dinner with Peyton and Kadeem in Vegas. Can you get us a reservation at here?
But I figure if you're involved, then you guys will talk about where to go and everybody agrees on it.
Hey, I'm going to text Stacey and ask her to make reservations for us. Don't get me wrong.
Georgie's right. She's going to be like, Kuma, your assistant, you make the reservation. You want to go to dinner?
Well, no, I would be smooth. I'd be like, hey, so Friday, what are you guys planning on doing? Maybe we should do dinner. And then maybe she'll be like, okay, I'll make reservations.
Yeah, she's got hookups that we don't have.
I love you guys. You guys are so funny.
But yeah, we don't communicate a lot unless I get one of those. I cannot.
Yeah.
Later, you're going to get a text from Stacey. Peyton just asked me to make dinner reservations. I cannot.
Yeah.
If it starts with I cannot, I'm in big trouble.